My name is David Harrison Greis. Welcome to the Greis Report, your unfiltered daily voice for truth. Tonight, I'm going to start off on... I don't have a word. I'm just going to show it to you so you can see it. Donald J. Trump posted on Truth Social, which we all know he posts lies on there. He said, "I love the smell of deportations in the morning." It's a quote from a famous movie, Apocalypse Now. Chicago about to find out why it's called the Department of War. And then it has an image that says Chipocalypse Now. So this feels like Donald Trump is just kind of admitting that he's waging war on America. I'm almost speechless. I don't know what to say about it. This is a really dark moment in human history. More specifically because he's self-aggrandizing this whole gesture of civil war. Like he wants war. And it doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter what he needs to get it. He wants to get it, and so he will try to get it. These are innocent people. Innocent lives are going to be destroyed. And then I just want to show you how amazing our side really is. Look at this response here on Threads from JB Pritzker, the governor of Illinois. Even the governor of Illinois sees it. Everybody sees it. This feels like he's declaring war on the United States of America. And we're going to watch how this develops. But right now there are protests all over the country against all of this. So if you like what you're hearing so far tonight, please remember to like, subscribe, and down here we have an email address, thegreisreport@gmail.com. Again, that's thegreisreport@gmail.com. Please send us any tips, leads, story requests, videos of your interactions with the ICE Gestapo or at the music festivals. We're always happy to boost your story. And if you do subscribe, we would really appreciate it. It actually does help us get the news out there a little bit more because the algorithm really loves those subscriptions. So we do appreciate that. Thank you so much for those who have already subscribed. We're already surpassing 120, which I did not expect, so thank you so much. So now moving on. Something else really disturbing that Mad King wannabe Donald Trump has done. According to AP News, Mad King Trump is attempting to gain a foothold in New York City by way of the 9/11 memorial. So I was alive for 9/11. My father was a first responder, and I remember waiting by the phone, waiting to hear that he was okay. And it was a difficult situation for everybody in our city. We've never, well, I want to say we've experienced something like it, but never to that scale. It was horrible. It was terrifying. And the fact that he wants to desecrate the memorial set up to the victims of this horrific attack by taking it over is absurd. And then officials at the museum have actually said, no, he can't do that. You know why he can't do that? Because it belongs to the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. So it's on Port Authority land. That means that if Trump attempts to take over the 9/11 memorial, he's actually taking over land that belongs to two states, two independent states. That's kind of an act of annexation and war as well. So of this, and I'm going to be reading from my notes here, Governor Kathy Hochul of New York said, the 9/11 memorial belongs to New Yorkers, the families, survivors, and the first responders who have carried this legacy for more than 2 decades and ensured that we will never forget. For Trump to bring his Gestapo force to occupy the memorial is an affront to everything that America stands for. And on that note, so Forbes Breaking News late last night published a video of Governor Kathy Hochul of New York talking about her response to the recent ICE abductions that were happening upstate and across the city. So let's take a listen to what she says.
In our schools, and these are supposed to be sanctuaries and a safe place for our children to learn. And our schools right now are getting guidance from our state education department, the Know Your Rights, also plans for families. I mean, sadly, these children need to know what happens if they head home from school and the parents are no longer there. or that something happens in a school environment to a student, they're not allowed to come onto the school grounds unless they have a warrant, a criminal warrant. But when the children step off the grounds, there is a vulnerability there. But I would just say this. I won't support any effort to separate families. I think it's appalling. I have said all along, I will help the federal government remove people who are threats, that are violent criminals. This is what the president promised during his election. This is what we are told. Go after the worst of the worst. It's all we heard about. And now you have raids, mom and her daughter separated here on Long Island.
So I'm very happy that Governor Kathy Hochul is finally talking about it, but I don't believe this goes far enough. What they're doing in Chicago is amazing. So Mayor Brandon Johnson is lining up all the salt trucks so that he tries to block their entry to the city. Governor JB Pritzker of Illinois has tasked people with going out on watches, recording the ICE Gestapo abducting people and posting it online to hold them accountable. These are all actionable things that you can actually do. While Governor Kathy Hochul is definitely taking some form of action about communicating with the schools, and as you know, I'm an educator, so to me, I really respect that, but this doesn't go far enough. She stopped just shy of saying that we're going to work to stop them. And she mentioned actually working with him in some aspects, and this doesn't sit well with me as a New Yorker. So we're going to be keeping our eye on the situation because everything that's happening right now just feels so surreal and so bonkers. So thank you for watching. My name is David Harrison Greis. This was the Greis Report. Welcome to the Resistance and have a great night.